Hello champions. There are many ways to bypass traffic in Kampala, Uganda. One of them is using the train, which has specific times. It has 4 routes a day, 2 routes in the morning into the city and 2 routes in the evening out of the city. So it's mainly targeting the people going into CBD for work and people leaving CBD for work. It doesn't have any in the afternoon or late in the night. So another way to navigate the city without any disturbance with traffic or anything is using Boda Bodas. Have you heard of the Boda Boda madness in Kampala? To the point that they say Kampala has its organized chaos. Oh my goodness. So today I'm having a Boda Boda ride right from the Mandela National Stadium in Buyogere into Kampala CBD. I was supposed to catch a train, but I missed it. Yes, narrowly missed it. But let's go. As we take this ride, I desire to share with you some of the tricks to look out for when you're going to be using the tips to use when you're using Boda Boda, because Boda Bodas are very good. They help us navigate the city faster. But these days there are some people, some bad people who have invaded, and they say wolves in sheepskin. They pretend to be Boda Boda people, yet they are wrong people. So we're going to be sharing different tips and tricks to look out for. If I miss out any, please feel free to share in the comment section. Or if you've been to Kampala, Uganda, you can also share your Boda Boda experience while in Kampala, Uganda. So I would advise, if you can, don't use Boda Bodas late night. If you can. So if you are a visitor in Kampala, it's better, a visitor in any country, it's better not to move at night unless you have trusted people that you're moving with. Boda Bodas are very risky at night because this one, the other people who are pretending to be Boda Boda men, yet they have their other ill motives, they easily take advantage and have that chance to rob people. First of all, some of them just want to rob the Boda Bodas, the motorcycles. But remember, motorcycle has its cyclist and the passenger. So sometimes both of you are affected. Or the cyclist himself is a thief and the passenger is, affected. Yes, so if you can, please don't do Boda Bodas at night. I can't guarantee you that taxis are 100% safe, but Boda Bodas are more risky at night. I'll come another time. I'll make for you another video for taxis. But on this ride, let's just have a jazz about Boda Bodas. As you can see, there are many of them. Most people use them to navigate the city. So if you are told you're going to use a Boda Boda late at night, be sure that you don't have any valuables. Yes, maybe like expensive phones, cash money, and all that. Please be sure that you do not carry any of those, because even if someone is not like a thief, someone can be tempted into doing something like that. So first and foremost, if at all you have to take it at night, look out for these things. Let him pass the routes that you know, routes that are not lonely, that are not dark, that are not quiet. Okay? If you're not comfortable with any route, jump off. At this rate, I'm teaching you how to be a Schwarzenegger or something. I don't know. But you have to, honestly, because if you say you want to use Kampala Road, the main road, and someone is branching into industrial area, those routes are lonely at night, they're dark, you scream, no one is going to come through to help you. Please agree on the route, and if it takes otherwise, scream and jump off immediately where you can still get help. Another thing, even if you have agreed on the route and you hear your Boda Boda cyclist making a call describing where he is going, because some of these people, like I told you, some of them are not Boda Boda cyclists, but they pretend to be, and yet they are thieves. So if you hear him making a call describing where he is going, be sure that he is alerting his gang to change position and be in line. Leave that Boda Boda. Once he makes a call and says, I'm heading this side, I will pass here, please leave that Boda Boda. Even if you don't understand Uganda, at least you can hear the name of the place he's talking about. For example, so you said you're going to Mulago. If he says, oh, Mulago, I'm going to Mulago, Ngenda Mulago. Once you hear your destination being described, leave that Boda and get another one. But always leave off at places which are safe, like maybe petrol stations, busy places, and all that. Okay? Always have, if you're going to use Boda Bodas in Kampala, always have small notes with you. Now there is a tendency whereby you give. I'm not saying that Boda Boda people are thieves. No. But we have seen incidences where thieves pose as Boda men. So look out for these things and be vigilant. Always have small notes with you, because sometimes when you give them a big note, once they are still, you get off the bike and it is still, what is it called? It's still vroom, 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 vroom. It's still powered. He will just run away with your change. Most of you can testify that you have lost your monies like this. So you either pay when you're still seated on it, once you've reached your destination. If you know you have a big note, pay when you're seated on it, or tell him to branch to the nearby petrol station. You can always get small notes. Yes, shout out to stations like Lukman, who always help us, the passengers, to break down our notes. We call it change in Uganda. They break down your note to smaller notes, which is very helpful. So if you don't have, and you're going to give him, if he tells you, oh, I have your change, sit on the bike, you get your change, then you leave the bike. But if you just leave the bike and you give him, some of them run away with people's monies. Another thing to look out to, if you're going somewhere and you know it is distant, then they will tell you an amount that is unrealistically small. Like it is so cheap for that distance. That is a red flag. Don't say, oh, God loves me, he has blessed me with this Boda man, he doesn't hike his prices. For example, at night, Boda charges go high. So if you tell them, maybe you're leaving Kampala CBD and you're going to Entebbe, that distance at night should be around 15,000 to 20,000 on a Boda Uganda shillings. And then someone tells you 5,000 or 5,000 from Kampala CBD to Entebbe. That is so cheap to be true. Don't be quick to thank the Lord. Think twice, because that's how they have stolen most people. Because they know you always want to save on your money, they'll tell you a cheap price. More so when they see you're holding a bag and they think they can rob that, they tell you a cheap price. And then, as on that route they are going, they always pass the routes. They always call forward, alert their members. Sometimes it's just a beep, alert their members, and they wait and they rob you. Okay? I hope you got that. Too cheap is a red flag, more so at night. Too cheap is a red flag, more so on lonely routes. Okay? Another thing, last but not least, always use Google Maps to estimate the distance. Sometimes when they get to know you don't know the place, they hike the price. You could pay even 3 to 5 times the price. There is a time I wanted to go to a place. When I had just come to the city, the place I wanted to go to was just behind me and I didn't know. Someone told me, first pay here in the city, you first pay before you sit. I paid. And he just rotated me and took me there. I said, I think you'll never forget this experience. So if you can, always use Google Maps. And once you estimate the distances, you can always negotiate accordingly. If you are going to use these Boda Bodas where you book online, yeah, those ones can always show you the rate. And I think it's fair for visitors to use that. But I'm telling you, even some of these people posing as thieves have entered those booking platforms. So you have to just be on a lookout. Please, all those things I've told you, look out for them. slowing down in lonely places, making calls, describing the destination where they are going or describing the route. Always look out for those things. But for visitors in Kampala city, I should tell you, consider having a Boda Boda trip, ride around Kampala CBD for a better view, and you'll love it. And I would also recommend that book your Boda Bodas online. At least there is a way to give feedback, to complain, to track down a person than just a random Boda Boda. Those random Boda Bodas are for us, the locals, who know the place very well. We can navigate, we can complain, we know the language, So for a visitor, I feel it is better when you use those booking platforms. Yes, at least they can always track back which Boda Boda person picked you and all that. In case of anything, I'm not saying anything will happen. Now again, in this video, I'm not trashing our Boda Boda brothers in any way. I'm just saying there are those impurities that pose or pretend to be like Boda Boda men, but yet their motives are wrong. Their motives are ill. Those are the ones we should look out for. Should I tell you more? If at all the Boda Boda rider you got is careless, you see he's not focused on the road, he's riding wrong, leave it, jump off and get another one. Because you have one life. Physically, anything can happen. I should tell you, the risk on Boda Bodas is not like the risk in matatus or in Ubers or what. They are very risky. So the last thing you really want is to have a careless rider. Please look out for that. How do you notice a careless rider? Is one who wants to look at everything happening on the road. He wants to know what is happening with everyone on the road. What are those people doing? What is it? Please, if he can't focus, your life is in danger. Leave him completely. A trick I was almost forgetting. Some of these people, like the ones I told you, the bad ones that are posing as Boda Boda men, another trick they use, some of them have caliform. Yes, but they always use it in lonely places. They don't use it on busy routes. So they know that this distance like this is going to be a lonely place. So they can always do anything with minimal interruptions. So always look out for that. Yeah, use your side mirrors properly. Some of them, I always look at their eye movement and all that, and in most cases I'll be like, okay, let me get off before even my final destination. If you get anything suspicious, and let me tell you, I don't know, is it called the subconscious mind? It can always, there is a way you always get to know that you get suspicious of someone. End that ride in a safe place or a petrol station or a busy place and tell them, let me just end here once you get suspicious of them. Another thing, recently we are going into politics, elections and all that. So there are various people who pose as Boda Boda people when they are not, and all they want to talk about is politics, this, that, and all that. So avoid engaging in political talks because it's not so safe in Uganda. Yes, I should say. Another thing, avoid talking about your personal achievements, personal life, what you have. Oh, today I just earned 10 millions. I'm carrying them in my bag right now. I'm going home. Yes, you may reach home, but you never know who is carrying you and what they are capable of. So please, guys, always maintain a certain kind of privacy, because some of you just have big mouth. You think the whole world should know when you have money. There are a lot of people who have billions and billions of money and you really can't tell. You don't know when they earned and when they didn't earn. Last but not least, some Boda Boda men. Now, these are not people pretending to be Boda Boda men. Some Boda Boda men like to use the shame trick to pull money from you. For example, when they tell you a certain amount of money, And when they reach where you're going, maybe they see you're very smart, you're like classy, a bit classy, and they see there are a lot of people where they are dropping you. They say, once you pay, they say, this is not the amount we said. So sometimes they want to increase the fare. When you have negotiated even earlier, you negotiated before sitting on it, but once you reach where you're going, they want to change their mind and be like, this is not what you said, so that other people don't want to be seen pulling ropes with Boda Boda guys. So they will just fall for that trick and they pay that extra money that he has added. But my dear, if he does that, just maintain your thing. Even if people gather around you, explain to them. Let's not allow any people to disorganize our budget, honestly. And let's keep these teas aside for this. We need to clean out this nation. If he adds money that you didn't negotiate while you were going to sit on his Boda Boda, maintain the initial amount. Yes, I know sometimes they want to shout so that other fellow Boda Bodas can join them and other people. Please tell them, this is what we negotiated and this is what I'm paying. Okay, and stick to that. And then sometimes also there is when you negotiate, some of them don't know the place they are going to. Maybe they undercharge or some even overcharge, but when they reach and there is traffic, they don't want to reach there because they think it will delay them and they just want to make you stop somewhere. Please, if he stops before the destination you told him, give him half of the money. If he starts complaining, other people will gather around you. Explain to them the destination you agreed and where he is leaving you. You'll always have people to be on your side and people to support you. Otherwise, Kampala is not for the weak. You wake up to catch the worm, kumbe you are the worm. So all those I've shared, I know a lot of people have their different Boda Boda experiences or Boda Boda stories or even testimonies. Let me see you comment in the comments section below, because you never know who is going to be learning, who is going to be inspired by your comment, and what your comment, whose eyes is going to open and all that. So be sure that you share with us so that we can enlighten one another. I've shared what I know, but I know out there, you people, you know more than what I know. And collectively, if we share, we can always help someone. Yes, more so the visitors coming into Kampala that are not used to our Boda Boda culture. Yes, one thing I forgot to tell you that Boda Bodas here, they don't respect traffic lights. They will move even if the lights say otherwise. So dear visitors, don't say nobody told me, no one prepared me. At least this video is out. So I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing all your experiences, both the Ugandans and non-Ugandans. What is your Boda Boda experience? What can you tell someone visiting Uganda for the first time about Boda Bodas? What should they look out for? And not even only the bad experiences, also share the good experiences, because we also know there are brothers out there that are doing their best in this job and they are serving us diligently.